So, so welcome everyone. This is Drew of Charting Memories again. So thanks for joining us again today. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking about some land-based options, but today I kind of wanted to get back to my roots because I started with the travel agency um, working in cruises. And actually, one of my very first trips that I booked was a Carnival trip. So it's always been a kind of a special spot in my heart for me. So I'd like to welcome Katie Rose Friedman from Carnival Cruise Lines today.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Drew. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here, um, especially if the holidays coming up. I know you're busy and got things going on. But I just wanted to kind of start off and could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of your role and how you got into Carnival?
Yeah, okay. So I'm a business development manager with Carnival Cruise Line, and I've been with Carnival Cruise Line for 3 years. Prior to this, I did work for another cruise line, and before that, hospitality. I actually majored in public relations, but I have been cruising since I basically popped out of the womb, and I love to travel. My first cruise on Carnival was the Carnival Ecstasy in 1994. And I live in Jacksonville, and the Ecstasy is Jacksonville's home port. So it kind of all full circles.
Awesome. It's such a fun line, and people know the name, but they don't necessarily really know a lot about Carnival, I've learned. So, can you tell me a little bit about what makes Carnival special,
Okay,
or
so
who the right people are?
everything we do, everything we say, it's really all about fun. It's really all about what awaits our guests on board a Carnival cruise and hopefully dig into those experiences, show those guests exactly what kind of fun they'll have when they choose Carnival and choose fun. So, Carnival was built on the vision of bringing fun and memorable vacations at a great value to our guests. So, over the years, through our work together, we've grown to become the nation's most popular cruise line. Today, 1 in 5 Americans who cruise on a Carnival ship, and we're really proud of what we're delivering to our guests. So we have more of everyone than any other cruise line. So we have more first-time cruisers, we have more repeat cruisers, we have more families, we actually have more senior citizens, we have more members of the service, we have more groups, just more of everyone coming on board. And we like to think that there's a Carnival cruise out there for everyone. And speaking of Carnival cruises out there for everyone, we have a fleet of 23 ships, soon to be 25, and they're going to exotic ports of call, unique destinations with diverse cultural experiences. And then a Carnival cruise is like a city at sea, but no driving. You only have to unpack once, and most everything is included. So, a variety of dining options. There's so many fun activities to do from early in the morning to late at night, indoor, outdoor. There's resort style pools, hot tubs, water slides, water parks, acres of deck space, assortment of entertainment like live music, shows, bars, nightclubs, lounges, full Vegas style casino, complete gym, salon, and spa facilities, and a wide range of shopping opportunities. So, really, there's something for every age and interest.
I'm really glad you mentioned that because sometimes people tell me Carnival's just a party cruise, and it's really not. It's a fun cruise, but it's not that. It's not a party cruise that kind of turns you off kind of party way. But people are always having so much fun.
Always.
Um, so you mentioned 22 ships with 25 soon. I think those were the numbers. So I know you guys
You're also 25, yeah.
just took possession of something big and new and special, and I think we can see that behind you right now.
Yes. So the behind me, you can see the Carnival Mardi Gras. So we have two new ships coming out very soon. So they're the XL class ships. The Mardi Gras will be based out of Port Canaveral, April 2021. And then the Carnival Celebration will be the next XL class ship, which will be based out of Miami, November 2022. So just to give you a little bit of insight about these ships, so the Mardi Gras is going to be the first ship based out of the US to be fueled on LNG, liquefied natural gas. So basically will be the cleanest ship out there. These ships are our largest and most innovative ships, holding 5,200 passengers, and they'll have some brand new features. Some of those features include 6 themed zones, like the French Quarter, which will have the Brass Magnolia, the Grand Central, La Piazza, Summer Landing, the Lido, and the Ultimate Playground, which you can see right behind me, including Bolt Sea Coaster, the first roller coaster at sea. So exciting. And the ship will be the first ship in the fleet to have Family Feud Live, which is a runoff of the TV show. And there's just a ton of complimentary and specialty dining options and so much more.
I'm so excited to get to try Bolt. That looks just so much fun.
I know, me too. Oh my gosh, there's a photo of Santa riding Bolt. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's pretty great. It'll go up to speeds of 40 miles per hour. We'll have a little camera. I mean, definitely there's something for thrill seekers and for those that like to relax too.
Because that roller coaster is going to be kind of controlled by the rider, isn't it? If you want to go really fast, you can. If you want to kind of scale it back, if you're not quite the thrill seeker, you're good.
Correct. So you can control the speed of the roller coaster. It's going to be awesome.
I'm so excited for both of those because I've actually already got spaces for myself booked on it and the celebration. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
So I think most people think of Carnival as the Caribbean, sailing out of Florida. So are there other spots that people might be surprised about?
So it's a twofold question. Okay. So I know you mentioned sailing out of Florida. So did you know that most Americans live within a 6-hour or less drive to a Carnival home port?
I actually did know that, but I bet most people don't realize that.
Most people don't realize that. So we have 20 seasonal and year-round home ports in North America. So Florida is certainly a great place to cruise from, with sailings out of Port Canaveral, Miami, Tampa, Jacksonville, Fort Lauderdale, and then there's also sailings out of Charleston, Galveston, Seattle, Long Beach, California. Really, no matter where you are, you're more than likely just a drive away from a Carnival cruise. And then as far as destinations go, about roughly 80% of our itineraries do go to the Bahamas, Caribbean, and Mexico. And we also go to Hawaii, Alaska, Canada, New England, Bermuda, Panama Canal, Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, and Europe. There's some great transatlantic sailings as well. There was a new one that was just announced for 2022 recently, and then I know the Carnival Celebration has one as well. And then we also have some great private island experiences too, basically offering pools, cabanas, private beach area. There's activities, dining, shopping. And then we have the private island experiences at Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic, Grand Turk and Turks and Caicos. That's where there's the Margaritaville right there at the pool. It's definitely a happening spot. There's Half Moon Cay, Little San Salvador Island. This one's a fan favorite.
Yes.
Mahogany Bay, Isla Roatan, and Princess Keys in the Bahamas.
I don't think people realize just how many places Carnival actually goes, because if there's an ocean, they're probably close by.
Exactly.
Especially, I know a lot of my customers are really surprised about like Australia as being an actual possibility.
There's so many neat itineraries, I tell you. Australia looks amazing. That and the Hawaii itineraries are definitely on my personal bucket list.
So you said Jacksonville was your first. Have you had a very favorite one yet? I mean, they're all, I know in some ways they're all kind of special, but have you
I
had
know. It's so
a
okay. It's really hard to pick a favorite. I feel like it's a trick question, Drew.
It sort of is. I
I
know.
have so many great memories. I mean, I'm thinking of like what pops to mind first. And I did have a sailing to Alaska where I took a shore excursion. We went into a helicopter and landed on a glacier. And that was honestly one of the most memorable things that I've done. But I've had so many great times going to all of the different destinations, like Amber Cove, one of our private islands. They have zip lining where I think it was, I can't remember the price off the top of my head. I want to say it was like between $10 to $20 to zip line for the whole day. That means you can go as many times as you want. Had a really great time doing that. Um, and then also in Half Moon Key, exploring, there's this pirate bar that you can kind of explore, and it's a fun photo op. But it's really hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah, I understand completely because there's always little spots in every trip that are special. But
It's so true.
I'm happy you mentioned like that the trip off board because sometimes I get people who go, I don't want to go on a cruise. There's not going to be enough to do, or I'm going to feel trapped. And I think you've done a really good job already showing all of those things that are on board. It's a floating city. And then when you get to the ports, there's so much to do there as well. So you're not going to get bored unless you want to just sit back and completely relax. And
Right. I mean, you really, it's pretty impossible to get bored. And if, exactly, if you want to sit back and relax, we've got that for you too.
because I've heard that same problem. Otherwise, they're so big, they're so crowded. There's not going to be any place to get away. But even on board, there's always a lounge that's open, that's quiet, or these little quiet getaways. It's a great way for people of all like different generations and travel styles to actually get together and have fun and know you're going to at least be together at dinner time.
I definitely agree. Definitely. I mean, all of our guests tend to have a certain thing in common, a love of laughter, a love of discovering new things, and above all, they believe that fun is a choice.
Can't argue there. Um, Yes, because they really are some of the most fun ships that are out there. The crew does so good at making sure you feel welcome and special. They learn your name and they figure out what you like, and I mean, you just can't help but have fun.
It's so true. I mean, our all-star crew really, they make every vacation as fun and stress-free as possible.
So this has been a unique year, I have to say, and everybody has gone through challenges. And I'm not even going to ask about all that COVID stuff because I know the changes are going to be happening. You're going to do everything that's physically possible, but we really don't know what the rules are going to be yet. But
Right.
I also have people who are going, there's nobody who's going to want to be sailing soon. And so I'm just going to wait to the last minute and I know I'm going to get really great deals because the ships are going to be empty. So have you heard those kind of stories?
You know, you've got those people that are going to wait and see what's going to happen. Sure. This has certainly been unprecedented times to say the least. But we're certainly seeing a demand for those further out sailings. You know, if we had if some of your clients or some of those that are watching were on COVID canceled sailings, we had a great offer for future cruise credit plus onboard credit. And with all that onboard credit, there's so many things you can use that towards, like the shore excursions and dining and shopping and so much more. So those folks are already booking those further out sailings, and those are getting filled up. And then I don't know about you, but I personally am so ready to hop on board a
Oh,
ship and go
yes.
on vacation. I'm personally booked on the ship behind me, the Mardi Gras, for a sailing 2021 with my family, and I'm super super excited. And I really think now is the time to be booking those future sailings. We have great promotions, we have great rates, and most importantly, a lot of fun to be had.
So yeah, I agree. A lot of the fun of cruising, I think, is just the actual planning part too. Because like I personally have February of 2023 booked. Like that's how far I'm personally out because I'm gonna take the family on my birthday cruise on the celebration, and so we're all excited on that one.
Oh,
Um,
that'll be fun.
yes, I mean this year's got canceled, so we're gonna just do it again, make it bigger and better. Let's see. I think that was about all I had for you. Are there any things that we should know about that are coming up or
I want to throw out there that Carnival recommends booking with a travel agent. I work with very closely with Drew, and Drew, he's educated. He has that personal experience. Travel agents give you those insider tips and advice. They have that firsthand knowledge of the best deals available. They save you time. Travel agents are the experts. They have all the information again at their fingertips. And I don't know if you knew this, but you pay the same regardless. So let your travel agent do all of the work and maybe get some perks. Your travel agent is there for you. Isn't that right, Drew?
that is true. Thanks for mentioning that because people do ask why use an agent because Carnival really does have a good website to book. Why they should go to a person instead of just going online. So thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that.
Well, I truly believe it.
So I think that's it for me today. So I thank you so much for joining us today, and I want you to have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you get to spend some time with your family and friends.
Thank you. You too. Happy holidays and happy new year. Can't wait for 2021 to see what's in store for us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.